Hi guys. Right, how are we doing? Who is in here today? Right, I just got back from the gym, so I just need to have a look at what's happening with the charts, and then we can look to make some potential trades. Okay, I think we'll focus on gold as COMEX is about to open in 4 minutes. Bias remains buys. Now, one thing we have to bear in mind today is that we do have FOMC later. Now, in terms of trading, I'm in no immediate rush to place any trades today as daily target has already been achieved. So let's have a look. Okay, right. Okay, so uh, okay. One second. Just got a couple of questions. Okay, how we doing, team? Who's in today? Let me know who's here. Who do we have in? Okay, so like I said, focus is probably going to be sat around gold with a bias of looking for longs. Looking at the 4 hour chart, we can see that we had a strong sell-off in the early hours this morning. We've come down into support area, which we gave the setup in our morning live stream. And hopefully some of you caught this. Go down to the hourly. Was this setup on the hourly to buy the break of the high. Nice little BPC trade. High Peter Cole. And those that are a little bit more aggressive could have taken it on the 15 once we saw that first bullish candle. Market comes down, break the highs. There is a setup as well. Pretty much the identical setup on the DAX. So today's been a lovely start to the day. Markets have behaved very well. Members have profited lovely from the trade ideas this morning. So well done to the team. If you've made some good profits this morning, congratulations. Don't forget to share them in our success channel. If you didn't get any trades this morning, don't worry about it. There'll always be more opportunities. Hey, Lola, thanks for referring Ver. Is Ver looking to start trading, or Verona? I think was her full name. Hey Nigel, hey Stuart. Let's see what we can get from today's markets. Now, looking at the 30, we do have resistance formed here now on gold. We have got a seller candle. The market's pushed up. Could have looked at maybe selling that. I would wait personally, based on this candle here. If this one closes bearish like this, you could look at a wick up and a sell below the low to trade it down into this little minor structure area. Um, but I'm going to sit on the fences for this one, basically, guys. If we get a nice close below here, then obviously on a micro picture, we have a slight change in structure in the sense that we've got a higher high based on the 15. Bigger time frame, only looking one way. Bigger time frame, I'd be more inclined to look for a continuation trade above the current hourly high. Um, if the market keeps falling, it keeps falling. You're not going to get triggered. So my bias is going to be long above the break of this high here. So if we look at that, that means price is going to continue and push through structure on the hourly. So let's do that. That's going to be my trade. I'm looking for longs predominantly. So it's up to you which way you want to go. Um, there's 44 pips up to the top. Now, because I've done my 5 trades according to Magic Keys, that's my limit that I have put in. As you can see, they're here. Now, you can override that with a click of a button 10 times. There's, you can see today's stats: 5 wins, 1 loss, positive 1700. Um, Happy with the day so far. What's the high of this candle? 3,040.05. So just need to push that up a little bit. So let's put that in there. So 05, I want it to be 25. Yes, perfect. Done. Okay, so we've got our order in. If this candle now triggers, Mr. Webster, good afternoon, sir. If this candle rolls and breaks the highs, fantastic. If it doesn't, we still have an uprange candle. It's a bearish close. If it stays like this, we can then look at the next candle to break the highs. So in theory, this order can stay here for about an hour and a half. The 30 minutes that remain of this candle and the next hourly candle. If it hasn't triggered by then, we close we close the deal. Right, what do I need to do? Let's get a bit of music on. Oops, a little bit loud. How's everyone's morning been this morning? Has it been a good morning? I know Simon was getting a bit of FOMO. Can you bring your ticket? Yeah, sure. Oh, can I make it bigger? I don't think so. No, I was just seeing if I could make it the deal ticket bigger, but not. So just remember, check your broker. Will be similar, I would have thought. The spread is around 2 for me. So I've got 2 pips above the highs. Anyone having trouble with sound or just me? Guys, anyone having issues with sound? Hello, 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 hello. Let me have a look. Lock volume, hide all, rename copy filter, vertical layout, filters, properties. Let's have a look. All right, just let me know if that sounds any better. Sounds good for you guys. Oh god, okay, I've just changed. So it keeps breaking up for Simon. Okay, maybe your phone. Sure, good for you. Okay, so this is where I start to see who's in the live stream now because people start answering questions about the sound. Lovely. Cheers, good morning for you, mate. I saw some nice profits for you in the success stories group. Nigel was up near 1%. Anna, she's not in yet. She was up 2.5%, 2.6% today. So well done. Stuart, I'm not sure if you've had anything on this morning, but live stream this morning, we've got some. Didn't get any trades in the live stream, but I gave the setups what to watch out for, and we've seen some nice profits across the board for our members. Lola, did you catch anything this morning? Can't remember if you were in the live stream or not because it was a busy live stream. Keeps breaking up for Stuart. Okay, so if it's breaking up for one or two of you, then I would probably say it's something to do with your signal. If it's not breaking up for anyone else, not sure what to say, guys. So we have a long order pending on gold on the break of the H1. Now, if this candle triggers, we're going to bring our stop loss straight up underneath the low of the current candle. And I'm just going to get my partial TP ready. I'm not going to put it in because it keeps having, every time I'm putting it in, then the trade triggers. We see that, right, let's just, I want to check something. So 40.25. Okay, let's see if we get slipped today or not. Video is fine, it's just the sound. Okay. I'm getting close. So first thing I'll do is I'll set my partial TP, then I'll move my stop. I will apply the 70% rule here as well, guys. Very, very close. Just give me a show of hands if this is something that you would like to trade or not. All right, let's see. Getting extremely close. Now, the one thing about if I hadn't have added the spread on, that would have been triggered. Now, there's two sides to the argument. If it gets triggered, then obviously by adding the spread on, it needs to move another 2 pips towards target. Mr. Cole, good morning, sir. Show of hands means, I guess, with that emoji, you're looking to get long here as well. Anyone else? Oh, very slow. This is like watching paint dry. So gold is currently $5.7 up on the day. It has been up around $11 on the day, so we could potentially test the previous highs. Stuart's looking to take this one as well. Look, okay, nice. All right, just I'll move it there. Don't worry about it not triggering. We've set the prices. If it's not triggering, market's not got to our order price. We need it to break those highs, including spread. As long as it just does it in one straight move, then we're good to go. Right, so right, guys, just bear with me 1 second. I just need to. I'll be back. I'm gonna have to take my phone. Just give me 2 minutes, okay, guys? I'm just having car windscreen repaired, and I've just got to run out to the car. I'm gonna take my phone with me so I can monitor the trade. I'm just gonna set that. Bear with me. I'll literally be 2 minutes. There we go. All right, back. Sorry about that, guys. Uh, okay, while we're waiting for this to trigger, let's take a look at the DAX. Just been asked to have a look at DAX short. Mm, okay, potentially, yeah. Once we if we get a close below 23,192, so sells below 23,192. There's no news. We've got FOMC tonight, but now the other thing we can watch for here, like we did this morning, was because this is a key area. No, mate, it's the excitement and running back, running to the car and running back, getting back to make sure for you guys. It's all right, mate. Brad, don't worry, I'm not about to. I've just come back from the gym. That's just adding to it now. Right, okay, so potentially gold's just dropping away. Now, here, what we're going to look for is if we can get a bullish candle close, same as this morning. So, this morning we had bullish candle close, wick down. This was our buys. Potentially we're getting the same setup again. So just got to wait. What we're not going to get it on this candle, I don't think. We've got like 30 seconds left. 10 seconds, sorry. Uh, yeah, so definitely won't come on this candle. There we go. So it's not a bullish candle. So we've got to wait for the next 15-minute candle. If it means that the market goes without us, it goes without us. Gold closed as a bullish candle. Now, what this does mean on the 15 with gold, we can be really, really aggressive with stops, right? Do you want to take gold or do we want to take DAX? Right, we'll go back to gold. DAX is interesting, but we'll come back to that in. See what we can do here with gold. We can, if this triggers, we can ramp our stops right up underneath this low. and it obviously it means we're going to protect a lot of capital. You're going to take both. Oh, look at that for a shit fill. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. 45. What did I get? High. 30, 40, 15. I'm sure. What was the what was the high? 30, 30, 40, 25 was the original entry. 30, 40, 25. So unbelievable. Shocking. 4.5 pips. All right, so DAX has broken the high, so we're going to wait for the 15-minute candle to close. Now, obviously, the risk is a lot better than it was originally going to be, but in theory, uh, need to be really locking profit, stop loss in at break even around 5, 6 pips. I'm going to be a bit more aggressive just because of the slippage. That's really annoying. I don't like it when that happens because that was the where it's moved now. That was a break even trade. We'd have been at break even and we would have been stopped out. So I might be handing 500 quid back to the market here. Unbelievable. I'm literally just gonna and just let. There we go. There we go. Handed 500 back. That should have been a break-even trade as well. But it's a small loss. So it's a the beauty of doing the 15-minute there. We brought our TPs. We brought our yeah. See, break even. That would have been. That's what it should have been. See, it went 9 pips in profit from entry price, but a terrible, terrible entry. So all I can say is you got to find decent. I think this will be the last account with these guys. There's not going to be. It is what it is. But you're seeing it live, so you can see the entries. You can. Uh, so I'll I'll yeah. I mean, it should have been a break-even trade no matter what, guys. I would just let the guys know that it's got slipped. Hopefully they can do something about it. But literally, like I was saying, the last few weeks just seems to be getting worse and worse. But there's not a lot we can do about it. So moved our stops up aggressively, so the loss wasn't bad. Um, Nasdaq, if we get a break above here, We get a close above here, NASDAQ long will be a beautiful trade. So we'll look for this one. NASDAQ long and DAX long potentially are the two trades we're going to look out for. Gold, I'm not going to do anything with that now. Yeah, we can't do anything with that now. The 70% rule would have helped, would have got us a break-even trade. It just means on a break-even trade in that instance, I would have lost the commission, which on that would have been 1750. So as it stands now, instead of losing 1750, I've lost 575, which what can we do about it, guys? There's not a lot we can do. We're not in control of how the entries are taken and given this way. It's important that the brokers, etc., that we choose and use in terms of multiple funded accounts, you've got to make sure that A, the execution that you want gets executed. B, if you get a payout, you want to be paid out. You don't want there to be any jiggery pokery. And these are why that we go around a lot of prop firms testing to see which ones have good execution, which ones do good payouts. Um, Obviously, there's going to be issues with everyone in terms of execution here and there, but when it becomes something consistent, then it's something to be a little bit wary of. All right, let's have a look. So we're going to watch. So DAX, let's have a look at that one. So DAX is setting up as well. So we've got 7 minutes for this candle, and then we'll be taking a trade. So the DAX is pretty much set up. We just need this candle to close bullish, and then we can go again. Now, obviously, in the next 7 minutes, we could potentially have the DAX close above and the NASDAQ close above. Sorry, the NASDAQ close above and the DAX close bullish. Then we've got two setups. Choose which one you want to trade. So let's have a show of hands. See which one. All right. If the NAS 100 closes above, all right. NAS. Oops. Okay, guys. Here's right. There you go. There's a little poll for you. Let me know. So let me know if you can see the poll. I've shared it. We've got 6 minutes before. Okay, both. I'm gonna guess that's Nigel. None. I have no idea who that is. Wow. Someone just announced. Okay, so two for both. One for Dax, one for Naz. Three for both. Oh, someone who's saying both keeps changing their mind, going both and then not both. Some people just don't want to vote. I get it. Simon, Simon none. Is that because you're on your phone? Another loss on gold. But how come you didn't get to break even, bud? Did you have a bad entry? And are you trading on your phone? If you're trading on your phone, you know that we don't do that. Are you trading on your phone, mate? I'm guessing by the quietness. Man's trading on his phone at work. Yeah. Okay, look, at the end of the day, guys, losses are there. Um, you need to make sure that whatever you're doing, you have to do. Uh, you're not on your phone. Good man. Good man. Okay, so what was your ah uh, let's have a look. What was your I can't see what chart that is. So what oh that looks like the DAX. So question for you, Simon. What was your entry? Do you know what price you had? Because I've seen some of the guys in here, they were break even. Nigel was a smidgen off TP. He got Frankie got T1 on gold. Well done, mate. So look, if you've got good execution, um, and you didn't have a 2 pip spread to add on, and only 1 pip, then you will have got target. I mean, I got slipped just under 5 pips, so you saw what it made. You saw the difference that it made to my trade. All right. Hmm. Okay, so we're not getting a bullish candle here. What do you notice about these candles? Where's my screen gone? So look, do you not have magic keys on your laptop, Simon? Or is that the one that you use at home? So if what I'd do, mate, is if you're yeah, exactly. Exactly, Peter. Tennis ball effect. Look at the size of the bodies. Look what's happening. It looks like the market is just running out of steam at support. So we can start to look and try and take advantage of something like this. Uh, yeah, you got magic keys on. Mate, if you see 6 pips and you're at work and you haven't got your additional screen like you do at home, just whack it straight to stop loss at entry. You're better off being safe. Or if it goes 6 pips up, close half when it comes back to entry. Just it's up to you which one you want to do. But if you see it go like 6, 7 pips up and you couldn't get to break even, at least close half off when it gets to entry. Be a good way of you reducing any potential losses. And if it does go on to hit target, it's fine. You still make money. Obviously not as much, but you still make money. Right, 1 o'clock. So in half an hour we've got NYSE open. Simon, will you stop playing games with your mind? Don't be annoyed with yourself, mate. It happens. Hey Anna, how you doing? No worries. We just had a trade on gold. Uh, Unfortunately for me, it resulted in a loss. Some people got break even, some people got TP1. It was a loss for me based on the fact that we bought above the highs here. It actually moved, as you can see, according to my entry, which was meant to be at 25, which was above these highs here. Um, it moved 9.5 pips. So yeah, see, Simon, moved 9.5 pips, and I put my stop loss underneath the low of this candle when it opened, so it was somewhere down here. So I ended up losing basically what should have been the entry and this, which should have been about 4 or 5 points, but it obviously gapped up for me. I got a terrible entry, and it should have been a break-even trade because it did the 70% rule. Now, because of the way that the the candles are, I don't like the look of this chart, so I'm going to leave gold alone. Even though my bias for gold is long, we'll wait for breakouts above here, and also it's FOMC later. DAX were back at the price that we looked at this morning, where we got a lovely trade all the way back up into here. Now, we're just waiting for buyers to come back into the market again. If we see buyers come back into the market, we can look to trade it back up again. NASDAQ is doing something similar in the essence that we're looking for price to break above 19,565, somewhere above there. We want to see a close above here, and then we've got loads of free space, over 100 points of free space up to the next minor structure level. So just a little bit of patience now from both charts. Hopefully we'll see a little bit of a move coming into pre-NYSE. DAX, I'm not sure we'll see too much more. Obviously, if we take out the low of that 4-hour candle, we've got a lot of room to move into. Need to see a close below for shorts. Now remember, we don't know if it's going to be a false break. We don't know if it's going to be a breakout. The only way we can trade this is based on our set of rules. So things we'll wait for. If it's going to be a breakout, we're going to see a close below. If it's going to be a false break, we'll see a close below, and then the next candle close back above the zone. So like I said, we've got a set of strategic rules in place that will stop us yeah, that will stop us from taking unnecessary trades. Um, so on the basis of buyers coming in here, we're going to look for a bullish candle, a wick down, and a move higher. On a breakout, we're going to wait for a close below, a wick up, sell the low of the candles. A false break, we're going to look for a close below, then a close back above, a wick down, then a break above the highs. So all three systems are the same. Same entry techniques, you just have to wait for the candles to do what they're going to do. That's it. Mm, okay, look at this. I've just complained, and there you go, guys. So listen, now that's the kind of thing that I like from 17. No, that can't be right. Still doesn't make sense. When is that? 4 o'clock. It looks like they've added $350 back to the account based on slippage. It's literally just been done. Okay, guys, that's listen. I don't mind when there's uh, issues with executions and there's issues with exits, etc. But it's when you replay that information to, in this case, the the provider here at Shore Leverage. I've provided the information. I told them what happened, and they've credited back some of the loss. So it's just a $210 loss now. So that's really good, guys. You know, you can accept where losses come in. So listen, that's I was just thinking, what the hell's that? I could see 350 at the bottom. It didn't make sense. So they've actually just credited that back in to accommodate for the slippage. So that's the kind of things that I like. It's the fact that if you say something, everyone's going to make mistakes, whether it's me as a trader or, um, yeah, look, it's how people deal with mistakes, and that's a really good way. They didn't have to put anything in. I didn't ask them to put anything in. I just let them know that there's been an error, it slipped. I said I'm just streaming with my members. How do you identify the slippage? Okay, so the easiest way is on that case. So what we did is the order was above here. So you see the green line, right? And if I just go here, right? So I'm not sure if you can see, but let me. So it filled at, and it says 60, but it did 68. Okay, so it's filled at 30, 40, 68. The entry price was 30, 40, 25. So it was 4.4 pips that it slipped. So if you ever take a screenshot of when you place an order, then you've got the entry price. Now, obviously, you won't know if you don't screenshot the entry. So if you ever want to go back to any broker or prop firm with your entry price, you must screenshot the entry price before it triggers. And then when it triggers, if it's different to what you put down, you know there's been slippage. And look, if I'm going for 10 pips and the damn thing slipped 5 pips, that's 50% of my target. I can't operate under conditions like that. Yeah, if that's going to be the conditions, then I have to go somewhere else. And this is why it's really, 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 really important when you know how you trade, whether it's 10 pips, 20 pips, 30 pips, whatever your targets are, you need to know how you're going to get executed, not just on entry, but on exit. And then if you are copying to multiple accounts, which I am, then you're going to have that latency as well. So imagine you get slipped on the first account, and then that copies to the second, the third, and the fourth, and they get slipped. You could be going for a 10 pip target, and on the second and third accounts, you might make nothing because it's by the time it's got there, the price is already gone. So you have to be really, really careful. Let's see what's going on over here. Okay. So NASDAQ is taking its time. Okay, so what I'm going to do on the DAX, let's see, how many points is that? Yeah, 44 points. Because we've taken out the low, I'm going to place an order above the high. Let's go just below this. Yeah. So what's the high of this candle? 23,242.6. 242.6. Yeah, we've got 2 points there. So I'll put that in. I'm not going to put a partial TP in yet. So partial TP I'll set once the market's triggered. So does everyone know how to identify slippage now? Yeah. Um, uh, um, one second. So I'm just speaking here to. Okay, so I was just speaking there to one of the founders at Shore Leverage, and he's just told me about the um, review of the trade and why he's put some money back in there. So I just said thank you and let him know that I've notified you guys that how well they've dealt with the situation. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter where you are. Like I said, brokers, prop firms, everyone at some point is going to have an issue, but it's how that issue is dealt with. And from my experience right now, you don't get much better than that. I mean, it got re-put in during our live stream, so it's pretty good, hey? And I'm not going to tell you what one of our members just said about slippage. Well, in fact, why not? After 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 I just asked you if you all understood what slippage was, his response was, "Yep, I know what slippage is. I've had two kids." So love a bit of humor. Love a bit of humor. Right, let's get some music back on while we're waiting for these markets to do a little bit of a spin round. Uh, Now, remember, if this candle closes below, I cancel this order, right? Because what we're trying to anticipate is what? By placing a buy stop above the high of this candle, the high of it is, let me just check, 23,242.6. Let me just, so we'll give it two pips for spread. What we're trying to envisage by placing a buy stop above the high of this candle, what we're trying to preempt, but it has to trigger in this drawing this candle while it's live. If it doesn't, then why is that the case? If it triggers, what candle is formed? Okay, so if you're a 15-minute trader, it has broken the lows. Let's go. I'm going to sell live if it breaks. There we go. Let's get that just above the level. Now, the one thing, I don't like doing market entries, but if you do a market entry, you can't get slipped. All right, 7 points. So if we see a few points in profit, we can whack our stop right above this high and be super aggressive. There we go. Outside candle, yeah, outside candle, definitely not formed yet. I'm gonna move stops to break even at 10 pips here. Just being a little bit more aggressive on this sell. I don't know what's going on. Every time I'm trying to move the scale, it keeps dropping out the way. Gotta say, I'm not a huge fan of any MetaTrader. Literally, if I didn't have to place trades on them, I wouldn't. I know some of you like to place trades on TradingView, but I'd much rather just play direct at source. I know they say there's no latency between TradingView and hitting the broker, but I don't believe it. Mm. Right, well, see DAX, it's down 0.8% on the day. Could see a little bit more of a shake lower. So currently, it's not moving a great deal. Only 4 pips up, guys, but NASDAQ's come off the level. All right, close full. Yeah, I've just taken it out. Just closed it out. One thing I'm doing right now is keeping losses very, very small. If that was going to go, guys, it'd have gone really quickly, in my opinion. And because it didn't just, once it's closed below, pushed up and took out the lows, we're going to have to wait for a higher time frame now. In all honesty, I think as it stands, I'm going to call it a day, but I will wait for the NASDAQ to open. Gold, staying away from gold, it's just looking a bit choppy now. Only trade really to wait for now, where we can get some real fresh volume, will be NYSE open. Bias remains longs. I'm looking for a close above here. If it breaks short, I'm not going to trade it. If it goes long, I will look for an opportunity. DAX, yeah, if you got a bullish candle here, I'd still happily trade it. But as soon as we got that close below and a push up, I'm selling it because realistically, you don't know it's going to be a false breakout unless it closes back above. But the beauty of getting that very tight wick in there, that meant we can bring our stop down and barely lose anything. So the reward massively outweighed the risk. So these are the things you've got to look at. And If I'm going to sacrifice 0.2% of the account for what we've seen today, then for profit made today, that's well worth it. Because if you look at, oh, wrong one. There's at least 69 pips down to this little area. If I go to 30, you'll see that's where we sold. Yeah, 90 points. We lost 6.7. That's a risk worth taking. Now, obviously, the signal will be a lot stronger if the 30-minute closes below. If the 30-minute closes below, you get a wick up, we've got an opportunity. But you got 8 minutes to wait for that. So a tip would be to use the camera shot of the trade that's available with TA. Use whatever you need to. I mean, I don't know what TA uses, but just screen grab your deal ticket. I don't know what TA uses, but let's say, I don't know. I'm just going to do this for so you can see. I'll just put that there, that there. Right, no trade's going to be taken here, but once that's in, then just do this. There's your deal ticket. So your order number, your price, your stop loss, your take profit. Take a picture of that, and then whatever you get filled at, if it's different to that, then you've been slipped. So I'm not quite sure how a trade assistant works, even though I tell a lot of you that it's something good to use, and I only say that because there's a lot of members using it. As you can see, I'm using Magic Keys. Some people use Dane's Trades. They're all pretty much of a much. It's just a piece of software that helps you manage the trade. No, it's not that it's any better for placing the trade, but more for managing it. Stop loss at entry and closing half. The way that these pieces of software work for that, so much better. You can't physically do it as quick. It's humanly impossible. For me to just go over here and click half, as opposed to click on the deal ticket, go to market execution, change the lot size, then click close. By the time I've done half of those things, the markets could have gone in favor for us and we could be saying thank you, or it could have gone against us. So it's just not worth it. Stop loss at entry, this one's worth its weight in gold. Market moves, you're applying something like the 70% rule if it's a trade that's midway through its impulsive move, or the market's in a correction, or the trade is against the predominant trend. So you want to be a little bit more aggressive with trade management. Hitting stop loss at entry when you've got these kind of rules, let's say 70% rule, 60% rule, whatever you may choose. Like in our community, we use something called a 70% rule. Therefore, just by hitting that, it automatically takes your stop loss to the entry price. Now, if it's something like the indexes, the DAX or the NASDAQ, it doesn't matter because there's no commission. But if you're trading gold, then you're talking $5 a lot. Some it'll be $7 a lot. So you want to move it slightly in front. Okay, so look, it's actually moving in favor now. Let's see how this candle closes. If it closes down here in the next 5 minutes, we'll get another shot at this one. I prefer the DAX short or NASDAQ long. They'd be my two preferences. There's room for the DAX long as well, but it needs to close back above this area now. If it stays below, only shorts. No, that would have been T1. I need a holiday. Uh, um, and yeah, so if did anyone hold that? Did anyone hold that, or did no one take it? Still room for this one to drop. And now, one thing about this, we do have the change in structure, because if you look, you got your highs. So can you see what's happened? Look at the way the market's moving. You had your high, your low, higher, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and now we're potentially breaking through, so lower low. So you had a clear change in structure, and it's broken through this area. Well done, Stuart. So let's see how it closes. God, I don't like MT5 or MT4 for that matter. Right, Naz, here we go. A minute and a half. A minute, sorry. See where it closes. 48 seconds. Need it to stay above there. So we want it to stay above this level here. Now, because it's the open, you can use a momentum entry, meaning just you don't need to wait for a wick down. If you want to wait for a wick down to be a little bit more cautious, that's your preference. We've got 17 seconds. 77. 5 seconds. Okay, there we go. Orders in. See how this one gets executed. 5831. I think let's bring the stops up. Come on, guys. Really? Alright. Breaking. Oh, that idiot. I I've closed some of the position by mistake. So we've got break even. There we go. So it's a break even trade, guys. It was a break even trade. Should have been 50. Again, the and slippage is going to happen on again it was I think it was 4.7 pips. So 4.7 pips slippage here. It is on the open, but yeah, that's why I moved my stop up quickly because it should have been a break-even trade anyway because it went 15 pips. But I do think now we're above this area, we're probably going to fly. If we can get a 5-minute candle that closes up here, the next one to pull back down, I'll buy the break. If, in fact, guys, I'm not doing anything else. I'm going to put my hands up. It's been a decent day, 1%. Well, slightly over actually, because they credited some back. 1.26% was up. What we handed back? 105, 60, $400 handed back. So it is what it is. Is that right? 350 minus 560 is 210. Yeah, 420, $430 were handed back. Hey Scott, how you doing, mate? Yeah, had an interesting session. We had a trade on gold, which some of the guys hit T1, some of the guys hit break even. I had a loss of 560. It was a terrible execution, got slipped again massively. I did complain to the guys, and while I was on live stream, they actually credited 350 of the 560 back. So it was really commendable from the guys at Shore Leverage to act so quickly. Um, this DAX short was a trade here. Lost 6 pips on this, just being very aggressive because it was only a 15-minute close below. NASDAQ looks really good for more upside, but remember some of the guys have just hit T1 here, 20 pips. I got stopped at break even. Again, got slipped 5 points, so I moved my stops up quickly. Slippage, look, it is the market open, so I'm not surprised. I'm not gonna moan about slippage on this one. I acted quickly based on slippage as opposed to the last one. I let it run and I should have just moved stops to break even. Um, if you get slipped, either just move your stops to break even or close it quickly. What else we got going on? That's it. Remember, huge news tonight. FOMC. It is at the earlier time as well. It's at 6 o'clock. Press conference is 6:30. I won't be trading. I won't be doing a YouTube special at that time because there's no point. We'll wait for the news to come out. We'll wait for all the crap to be cleared. We'll wait for those big volatility candles to blow out any cobwebs, create some clear traffic for us to trade into. So hopefully tomorrow we get some nice clear ranges to trade into. Today's been good, can't complain. Two break-even trades really. It is what it is. Yeah, the cream has definitely been in the morning sessions recently, but maybe it's going to come back tomorrow. Maybe we can get some nice trades in the afternoon. We'll see. Any questions, guys? Magic keys playing up wouldn't let me enter. Get error about order filling method. Go to your journal. Go to journal or experts and just see what the error code is. So go in there and go into your journal and see what the error code is, and then have a word with Magic Keys. There might be a setting that's just changed that you need to update. Right, guys. On that note, uh, my trading day is done. Uh, nothing else to report. We'll come back tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see how the rest of the day pans out. I will keep an eye on the charts. I'm definitely not trading. Uh, there's been some superb results from the members within the group today. Uh, I'm interested in having a chat with you at some point, if at all possible. I like the way you trade. You're clear and concise. Yeah, Scott, no problems. Scott, if you drop me an email at mark@tradeandtrain.com, and what I'll do is I'll reply back to you, and then I'll send you my contact details, and we'll book in a call or something. Yeah, there's no ifs, buts, and maybes. There's no bullshit either. It's pretty straightforward, standard. You'll see a lot of my members, they turn up here as well. So Scott, Peter Cole's a member, Anna's a member, Stuart Turner's a member, Future Frankie's a member, Nigel's a member. Who else is in? Simon was, he's left. He's just had to go back to work. Uh, Brad, aka Maverick, Bo Mortimer, he's a member. So listen, all of these guys, they're quite happily. Shears is a member. I don't know if he's still in the live stream. Lola down here is Petter Books. She's a member. But yeah, any of the guys, I'm sure they'll let you know whether. Guys, just a quick comment in the chat. Is it worth joining? Do you get a lot from the live streams, etc.? We also do end of day live streams as well for the people that want to swing trade. That's hosted with either Nolan or one of my other guys, Adam. So anyone that's a member, if you just drop a little note, just let Scott know whether it's worth having a chat with me. It's always I think it's always nice for people to know because there is a lot of bandits out there. I've just realized, Anna, you got TP1 on the DAX. You were already 2.6% up today. Oh, you've gone. Anna smashed it. Look at the H1. I mean, you got 20 minutes for this candle to close, so a lot can happen. But if it rejects like this, you might see a sell-off. But I'm going to be done today, guys. We'll see what happens. Because look, think about it. What's going to happen? You've got the FOMC tonight. Usually, the markets or the indexes would tend to sell off ahead of, let's say, the FOMC if they're panicking about interest rates. And then during the FOMC, not the rate announcement, but the press conference afterwards, then Mr. or JP, Jerome Powell, will give you some information. And it's not what we think, because it makes no difference what we think or how we have a viewpoint on what the market economy is going to do. And to be fair, fundamentals kind of go out the window. It depends how institutions are positioned in the market. If they're positioned one way and he said something that indicates the market's likely to do something slightly different, then you're going to see a whole lot of whipsawing. It depends what the algos are coded up for, depending what keywords they're going to try and pick up on. You'll see some huge jitters, and then we'll wait for the dust to settle, and then we can like try and take advantage of it. Right, guys, it's time to check out, I think. Day's done. Let's come back tomorrow. I'll see Simon coaching session at 6 a.m. tomorrow, mate. Okay. So coaching with Simon at 6 and then live stream at 7. All right, guys, take care. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow, 7 a.m. or YouTubers. I'll see you at what time tomorrow? Let me have a look. What day is it? Jesus, where are the days going? Uh, Wednesday, so Thursday, 12:15 tomorrow I can do. 12:15 till 2 o'clock. Okay. Uh, YouTube. Yeah. Okay, so I'll start tomorrow at 12:15, guys. We'll do 12:15 and I'll wrap it up around 2 o'clock. Cheers, guys. Have a good one. And don't forget, comment, let us know what trades you take. And I don't mind, and if you've had a loss while you've been on the live stream, I'd rather you be open and honest and transparent with people. I don't want them to think that every trade is just going to be te telephone numbers and, oh, you must trade. In fact, this is looking good for sells if we break that low. I'm in. Sorry, guys. That was just too good to resist. Right, break even. There we go, T1, guys. Sorry, that was a little bit. All right, I've just brought this one up a little bit, just looking at structure. Um, Thanks, guys. Sorry, I literally just caught that, and I'll explain why I took it in a second. Took out the highs. The second it breaks the lows, we've got clear space all the way down to here. So, look, guys, these are things you sometimes you just need to act quickly. Um, if I see it pull back to 10 pips, I'll close another half. But we'll see if we can get down to the next target around 30 odd pips. But as I was saying before, usually leading into these FOMC things, we do see the market sell off in anticipation of bad news coming from our man, Mr. Powell. And then obviously it's waiting for him to say something that will send the markets in a different direction. There we go, T2. All right, next one. There we go. All right, we'll just leave that one to potentially run. Sorry, guys. Listen, we can't plan these things. If we see it, you got to take action, and you can't be afraid of selling or buying. Only thing that will give you confidence is taking action, and the only way you can take action is just trade at small lot sizes. If you're losing, trade at small lot sizes. Learn to build your system around certain price action, and then you go, do you know what? Now, the reason I didn't take another half off then at 10 pips is because I just banked half at 30. So there we go. So we're 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 not. I think the sessions cost me about $100 now. So we're up on the day 1568. So the 350 credit you see here was due to a bad fill. The broker credited some of the losses back based on a bad slippage. What's this from Bo Mortimer? Definitely worth joining. Good from many aspects. Good stable leadership, seeing others succeed and share their things when things don't go your way. Often to do with you and learn why and how to go forwards. Yeah, lovely. Cheers, Brad, aka Maverick, aka Bo Mortimer. The man with more names than I don't know who. Right, guys, on that note, I will definitely see you tomorrow. I'm done now. And look at that perfect timing. Market's just completely flipped. Don't know what's going on. So on that note, take care, guys. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow.